Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Will XRP be overtaken, knocked out, given a 1-2 knockout punch by any stable coin on the planet that exists now, or maybe even one that's going to exist in the future? Well, this is the threat that is purported to exist by the likes of Bitcoin maxi trolls that sound like this. Bitcoin. And then they waddle back to their bridge to charge people outrageous fees with long transaction times just to cross that bridge. Doesn't go so well. It's not really a sustainable business model for these maxi trolls, but that's what they're doing here. The answer is no, though. It absolutely cannot. And so here's an article from Cointelegraph titled, XRP isn't competing with stablecoins and central bank digital currencies, says Ripple executive. Well, ain't that the truth? So I'm going to share with you what was said by this particular Ripple executive, along with some of my opinions and insight. And I also will be sharing with you in this video something that I find quite hilarious, if you will. And it's along these lines. Here's Goldman Sachs, another Cointelegraph piece. Goldman Sachs is hiring a new VP of digital assets, which is hysterical to me because they have denied that there is such a thing as a cryptocurrency asset class. But here you go. And it's not just digital assets. I understand that you could broadly say digital asset and mean something different. No. I will show you exactly what was written here. But before we go any further, if you would please, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please delicately tap that like button. I would appreciate the support. If you would be willing to take a moment to do it, if you don't completely hate every word coming out of my mouth, what it's going to do is tell the the YouTube algorithm to push my content out onto others, so it'll help the channel grow. So if you do appreciate what I put out every day, I would say thank you for that kind response, and if not, thanks for stopping by regardless. And also go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. It will help you be the very best version of yourself. That's a Moon Lambo promise. Very ambiguous, and I don't know what it means, but it's a Moon Lambo promise. I have to share this with you, too. So how about that legacy financial system with the funds flowing from country to country, thanks to Nostro Vostro accounts, and thanks to the quote-unquote messaging system from Swift? Take a look at this from XRP community member All the Way 08. He wrote, "You know you're deep into XRP when this happens, and you've never even tweeted at them." He referencing tweeting at the official Swift account on the Twitters. Then he tagged me, along with a few others, including Brad Garlinghouse, Brian Brooks of the OCC, who I talked about in a video yesterday, as well as Frecky. And All the Way 08 also wrote, "P.S. Swift is slow and sucks. P.S.S. I wonder if they blocked Brian Brooks and Brad Garlinghouse. They are very sensitive." And so here you go. All the Way 08 was blocked by Swift. And I gotta tell you, this is not a good look for Swift. So I will take All the Way 08 at his word when he says that he's never even interacted with them, but they saw something they didn't like. Perhaps it was threatening. They threw a little hissy fit and like, "You're blocked All the Way 08. And they probably sound like that. Everybody sounds like kind of like a variant of that if they're just being complete and utter children when they're coming to conclusions about life or how they should behave. So there you go. Good job, Swift. And I checked, they haven't yet found Moon Lambo, so they have not banned me up, but I'm sure it's coming. Now, shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf for sending me to this piece from Cointelegraph. Again, XRP isn't competing with stablecoins and central bank digital currencies, says Ripple executive. Now, XRP, the world's third largest cryptocurrency by market cap, is not competing with national digital currencies like the forthcoming digital yuan, according to a senior executive at Ripple. Emi Yoshikawa, senior director of global operations at Ripple, claims that XRP does not compete either with central bank digital currencies or stablecoins. Now, this is something that I've been talking about for a long time. And it's easy on the surface level for a Bitcoin maxi troll that hasn't done a whole ton of research, maybe isn't that interested in it because they've got their coin of choice, they've got their heavy Bitcoin bags weighing them down so heavy. Maybe that's why they waddle. Maybe they're like hiding somewhere inside of their person, their Bitcoin bags, resulting in them waddling, not like they can't walk like a normal human here. But it's a very unsophisticated and incomplete way of looking at the landscape, which I'm going to describe. In an August 19th interview with Japanese crypto exchange FX Coin, Yoshikawa said that XRP is complementary to the global progress in central bank digital currency and stablecoin development. The exec stated that XRP should be considered as a bridge asset in international settlement. And here's a quote. there are various types of crypto assets. But I think that the role of XRP as a bridge asset in international settlement and is not competing with stablecoins or central bank digital currencies, but on the contrary, is complementary. We believe that various stablecoins and central bank digital currencies will create a synergy by responding to the liquidity problem by bridging independent crypto assets, XRP. Right. And so all of these other little silos that are now being created, whether it's a central bank digital currency, whether it's fiat currency, they don't interoperate. They don't. And a lot of that has to do with something, I'm going to speak more on this a little bit further down this article, but it does come down to trust ultimately. Now, Yoshikawa mentioned Ripple's flagship settlement product, on-demand liquidity, or ODL for short, formerly known as XRapid. Ripple's ODL is designed to process cross-border payments quickly and reduce operational costs. Yoshikawa emphasized that on-demand liquidity is designed to eliminate pre-funding and cross-border payments. Right, exactly. And so today, and most of us are aware at this point, but there's always new people coming into the space, that in order to create trust between banks that have different fiat currencies, one bank will hold another bank's currency in their bank, and vice versa. And so that creates trust. You know, if you're holding each other's coins, it's going to be less likely, perhaps, that you'd kind of screw the other entity over, right? But that requires dormant capital, and there can be a whole chain of bilateral banking relationships. If you don't have a relationship with some bank that has some other exotic currency, you know, and it's not worth it to you as a small or mid-sized bank to keep funds locked up with them in that local fiat currency, then you have to know somebody else who knows somebody else who knows somebody else. You know, and I say somebody else, these are all banks. You know, another bank that has a relationship with another bank, and so on and so forth, just to be able to connect with them. There's a better way to do that. You can use one decentralized cryptocurrency with an open market value to do this. Now, they also write here, apparently both stablecoins and central bank digital currency share some of on-demand liquidity's primary objectives. No, they absolutely do not. Some of the existing central bank digital currencies initiatives, like China's digital yuan, apparently pose a threat to the dominance of SWIFT in terms of transaction speed. A number of global banks have also noticed central bank digital currencies' potential to reduce the cost of financial operations. Yeah, if you think that one fiat currency, in this case a digital yuan, is going to supplant everything, and you're going to use that, and all of the governments around the world are going to harmoniously govern its usage, yeah, then it could happen. Fat chance, as Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO, once stated. No, that doesn't remove the issue of trust. It's not just about technology. It doesn't matter how fast the digital yuan is if you don't remove the issue of trust. So speed's super duper, but you're not taking care of the other piece of the equation here. And so as far as XRP is concerned, that's why it doesn't matter. Even if a faster cryptocurrency comes out, it won't in any sort of material way affect how quickly real-time payments are already happening when you're talking about a 3 to 5 second transaction. And consider this also. Consider this. If you're talking about a central bank digital currency, even if you don't buy my argument, and you need to think through it more if you don't, but even if you don't buy my argument of cryptocurrencies, you know, like a central bank digital currency or a stablecoin, if you don't buy my argument that trust is absolutely crucial, how about consider this then? Even if you don't, for some uninformed reason, believe that trust is at the heart of all of this, oh my God, I've illustrated in so many videos why it is the case, though. Even if you think the digital yuan or a stablecoin or a central bank digital currency, which all have the same trust shortcomings, even if you think they could do it, who's going to build that out? Why? What's their incentive? How is there going to be a profitable business model around that? No one's even trying to do that. Nobody's positioning a stablecoin or a central bank digital currency. Because understand that on-demand liquidity, which is Ripple software, it's what allows the interoperability. Because you're tapping into the buying and selling of XRP, which is already occurring. And since it happens to be already occurring, if it's going from one country to another and you have an ODL corridor open, you're just taking advantage of that. But short of a company company creating the algorithm that does that, because understand that on-demand liquidity is an efficient path-seeking algorithm that sources liquidity and completes transactions. There has to be actual software, and there can be hiccups of software. So what's the company that's going to do that utilizing a digital yuan or a central bank digital currency or a stable coin? What's the company that's going to do that, build the relationships with remittance companies and banks the world over to make that happen? And how is it going to be profitable? You know, because I could talk about Ripple's business model all day and why they were first to market for this use case. There's a reason right now that nobody else is even trying to do what Ripple is doing. So when you see these unsophisticated, positions, again, they frequently come from Bitcoin maxi types. Some people are just really trying to get to the truth, and they just need to learn more, and that's perfectly fine. There was a time when I didn't know any of what I'm sharing with you here, and that's perfectly fine. If you're a human trying to get to the truth, thinking through it with others, that's the right way to go. I asked all of these questions when I joined the world of crypto and the XRP community almost 3 years ago. Totally valid questions. But there are answers. There are legitimate answers here. And the ultimate answer is, I don't care how fast your cryptocurrency is, you need a central authority, a business. And by the way, all businesses are centralized. There's no such thing as a decentralized business. And so you need one that's going to position a cryptocurrency. And so if it's a stable coin that's always worth, say it's always worth $1, say it's Tether, who's going to do that and why? Now again, that still doesn't take out the issue of trust. Consider that, for example, Tether isn't even backed on a 1-to-1 ratio with the dollar. So even if you could get over that, who's doing it? No one, ever. It's never going to happen here, right? And so now let's go ahead and jump into this, which I find quite hilarious. From Cointelegraph, Goldman Sachs is hiring a new VP of digital assets. This is rich. Investment banking giant Goldman Sachs is hiring a new vice president in the digital assets team within its global markets division in London. According to a recent job posting on the investment firm's website, the new VP will work with the digital assets team in defining and executing Goldman Sachs's distributed ledger technology and blockchain efforts firm-wide, including any potential initiatives in the cryptocurrency space. What the cryptocurrency space? When you talk about blockchain and DLT, that's fine. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cryptocurrency, but in the cryptocurrency space, what about this article, which covers the fact that you, Goldman Sachs, publicly stated that the cryptocurrency asset class doesn't exist, and they're referencing Bitcoin. So what do you think they think about XRP? It's in an asset class that doesn't even freaking exist. It's hilarious to me. So take a look at these bullet points, and this comes from Business Insider. Goldman Sachs gave 5 reasons why it thinks Bitcoin is not an asset class nor a suitable investment in a presentation Wednesday morning. This is from, by the way, May 28th of this year, so not that long ago. I covered this all in a video, making fun of it and tearing it to shreds, which I'm not going to do in this video. I just had to highlight this. So it's complete. And so it goes. It's one of those things where it's like, don't just listen to what they say. Watch what they do, and just wait. Just like J.P. Morgan couldn't have been more against Bitcoin and the crypto asset class. Yeah, they couldn't have been more against it until they suddenly were, once they'd found out how to monetize, and they took on Coinbase, cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, and also Gemini, another exchange in the United States. They took them on as clients. How about that? Now singing a different tune. Now, Goldman Sachs isn't, but I'm sure they're coming. It's just where their incentives aligned. Well, it's pretty clear. So it's like I say, watch what they do, not just what they say. Actions are more important than words matter, but actions more important. So they're actually they're speaking out of both sides of their mouth. We're hiring this man or woman for an asset class that does not exist. So good luck fulfilling your job when it's for an asset class that doesn't exist. If that were true, you're going to have a rough time, my friend. Pure silliness. No, the crypto asset class is here to stay. It is not going away. And eventually, they're going to have to openly acknowledge this. And I suspect that they know it. These are not stupid people. Actually, more than suspect. Hell, they're hiring for this asset class. Come on. Like, it's hilarious. What a bunch of baby back bitches. That's what I think here. Tell me what you think, though, in the comments below. But that's it for this hot jam. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.